And a very good evening, everyone, or good day. It is right now Monday, January 12th, 2026. It's 7:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are here at the newest EXO commuter train station. This is the Côte-de-Liesse Station for the Mascouche Line, also known as line number 15, as you can see there. And I wasn't really planning to come here tonight, but you know what, I decided why not do it. It's, sort of an historical day. And just so you know, we're facing right now towards the south. And there, I believe, is where they store the trains. There's none there now, but I think that's where they store them, or at least park them. And of course, right here is the actual Côte-de-Liesse REM station. And yeah, let's walk the platform here. So these are, I guess, your big signal lights that they have. Here's your fare verifier, not in service right now. And, I'm going to try to do a daytime version of this as well. But for now, it's nice and tranquil here, nice and quiet. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to film this. And here's your main platform, by the way. Pretty long one. In fact, it's the only platform. And as I mentioned, there's the actual REM station itself, which we'll see in a minute. There's a REM train right there, heading towards the Brossard direction. And you can see really industrial area here. And as for filming a ride on the Mascouche Line from this station, well, that'll wait till maybe later in the week. But I at least wanted to document the station tonight, give you a nighttime view as well. We'll walk right to the end of the platform here, see how it looks. We're right below the flight path of Pierre Elliott Trudeau Airport. There's your fare verification machines. So yeah, this is a pretty long platform. I didn't realize it was this long. But if you think about it, the Mascouche train itself is only 3 wagons long. So I'm not sure why the platform is this long. Mind you, there is a single track here. Wow, look at this. Oh, this would be a great spot for REM spotting. Look at this, right in the open. So this station, this platform extends way past the actual REM station, which is right there. There's the boundary of the REM station. Let's take a look at the end here, see what's there. You got a lot of factories here and whatnot. Here's your track switch. One of your track switches here at the Côte-de-Liesse REM station. And that hot air coming through there is obviously keeping the track switch thawed out. Doesn't always work. In fact, I can smell propane coming off of that. I think it's a propane powered mechanism. And you'll see those as well on the heavy rail tracks where there's switches. That, of course, warms the track switches during winter, keeps them thawed out more or less so they can function. But it doesn't always work. As you may have heard, not just on the REM, but even on the EXO commuter train lines like this one. There's switches that freeze up. Now, just to give you a bit of background on the Mascouche Line. The Mascouche Line is the newest EXO line. I think it opened more than a decade ago. And the Mascouche Line used to use the Mont Royal tunnel, basically the same tunnel that the Deux-Montagnes Line used. and that's of course where the MR90 trains were, and they would share the same tunnel, and then the MR90 trains on the Deux-Montagnes Line would continue straight, and then the Mascouche trains would branch off towards the east, just like it is here. Now of course when the Mont Royal tunnel closed, when they started converting the tunnel and the rails into the REM right here, then that's where you basically had the Mascouche Line taking that long detour through Southwest Montreal, through Ville Saint-Pierre, Lachine, the CN yards, or Canadian Pacific yards, and then curving back towards the east. And that detour was there for quite a while, and obviously it was much slower than, you know, having a direct route from Central Station through the Mont Royal tunnel and then extending, you know, coming this way going north and then extending to the east, curving to the east, just like it is here. So obviously those trains that were there, you know, taking that detour much slower than this, for example. So and this is reminiscent to how it used to be. The Mascouche Line would come in through the Mont Royal tunnel and curve towards the east. Obviously this isn't going through the Mont Royal tunnel, but it's the same principle. Basically you're coming, once you're off the REM, you switch to Côte-de-Liesse Station, which is right here, and get on the train. And the concept's the same as a passenger. You're basically coming through the tunnel and then going north and then turning towards the east. So, you know, obviously it's a lot faster than that huge detour that we had for the last few years. But I will tell you, mind you, it was a really nice detour, really scenic, especially, you know, when there was daylight, even at night. But as a commuter, you know, obviously it was very long, especially going through the yards, the rail yards, because there's a speed limit there. So there you have it, guys. So this is it, the Côte-de-Liesse EXO commuter train station, the newest station here on the EXO commuter train network. And I'll finish by saying something that's pretty ironic. They were actually thinking of closing this line and replacing it with buses just as recently as, I think it was last year or the year before. There was a report came out where they were planning to close this line and replace it with buses. And keep in mind all the money that they spent building not just this station, but all the other stations and infrastructure on this line. It's not even 10 years old. Talk about a waste of money that would have been. We'll end the video by getting a nice view of this REM train here going in the Deux-Montagnes direction. And again, these blowers here are blowing out hot air. I can smell the propane, so they're propane or natural gas, maybe even powered. So if there's a power outage, they still function. So here we are, guys. Let's take a look at this REM train coming. So this is a great spot to do some REM train spotting. Really nice spot. So there you have it. So thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, if you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. And I'll also mention here, this is sort of an emergency exit, I guess. I guess vehicles, if they want to come in or out, this leads to, I don't know what street that is there, maybe even the highway. So again, just to end, I'll show you where we are, where we're orientated. This is facing towards the east. This is facing towards the north. This is facing towards the west. This is facing towards the south. And by the way, a little bit of a bonus here. There's the Stinson STM bus garage. Can't forget to mention them. There you can see some buses out there parked in the yard. See those buses there. I'll try to zoom in here. Maybe you could see through the window. Can't really see much there, but you get the idea. I do have videos on my channel of that area. So yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and as always, more videos to come.